Well, Wednesday and happy Chinese New Year, everyone. I just like to say that first and foremost because, well, it's rather awesome. If you're still looking for a gift to give to someone, I highly recommend one of these. You can pick them up by the at Silver Trader, who of course has sent me in these other these other coins to review and to give you my honest thoughts and opinions. But the coins that I'm going to be reviewing today, well, they're just normal coins, i.e., you can see here clearly it's a Philharmonic, and the second one's going to be the Australian Kangaroo. But what I really want to portray and to get across is the value of these. And I'm not talking about right now the current value spot price or whatever. I'm talking about the value if you're new to stacking or if you're still a seasoned stacker, and why they're so important, and why we should keep up with buying and collecting these. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to cut to any breaks. We're going to get into it right now, and we're just going to have some fun because, well, they're pretty dang awesome. So I'm going to pull this aside here, and I'm going to show you guys first off the Philharmonic. It's the Australian Philharmonic. And they've been minting these since 1985. As you can see there, we have a 2025. That's the latest year. It's just an amazing, tribute to the orchestra, etc. And we have 1.50 euros. So there it is. Just pretty dang amazing. Let's have a little closer zoom into this. But why should we be collecting and stacking these? Well, I have seen lots of seasoned stackers or new stackers come and go rather quickly. I've seen a lot of people recently selling their stacks, and not to reinvest or anything. It's just because they haven't allocated their funds properly. And that's something that kind of gets to me. It kind of irks me a little bit because, contrary to popular belief, I was one of those kind of stackers. A nice, edge there. I was one of those people who, when I first started, I was involved in a serious road traffic accident. Long story cut short is that, as someone else actually has said to me, if you give me money, it's going to be like water in my hands. I really thought about that when I received the payout, and I knew that I had to do something. So I invested in gold and silver, and back then the prices were significantly lower. That has since covered everything that we need to, mortgage-wise, etc. All of that is pretty much all gone now. Don't need to worry about any of that kind of stuff happening. And I still have money in the bank, which I haven't touched. Yep, that's right. But then I got to the normal kind of, retirement side of things. What can you do? Well, the interesting bit is I was looking, and I showed this, years and years and years ago, about my biggest mistake in buying gold, or just buying into precious metals. Of course, I got hit with a fake. Oh, goodness me, right? I thought I was buying an ounce of gold at the time, and it turns out to be not even a 10th ounce of copper. It was a Krugerrand. And it really put me off. But then I decided, no, I'll stick to it. And I just moved on from there. I learned my lesson. And one of the key lessons was, and I'm going to share this with you, and I mean this because, I know you all take it on with kind of whatever, but buy from a reputable dealer. Yes, okay, you might not get, 2 or 3 quid off, or maybe even 10 pounds off. Woohoo! Buy from a reputable dealer, okay? If it's an older coin that you're after, you're going to be seasoned enough at that point to start looking and understanding things. So we look here at the Australian Kangaroo by the Perth Mint. This is the 9th year that they've made these. And you can see the letter P right here on the side as we look. But yeah, buy from a reputable dealer. Because one, they'll always have your back, or they should, okay? Two, you can have receipts, whether it be online receipts or whatever. I still look back and I laugh at some of my receipts and things that I bought, over a decade. And it's hilarious because the prices I've paid. And everyone always, freaks out and, when the price of silver goes up or when the price of gold goes up. And it's like, oh my God, how can I afford this? Look, don't look at it that way, right? If I look back here 9 years ago when they first made one of these, okay, I would probably be paying, honestly, about £17, okay? Realistically, maybe £18. Now, yeah, it's more than double. But, of course, if you've been collecting them for the 9 years, you've obviously made money. Well, you haven't made money and you haven't lost money if you still have them. You have a physical asset, and that's what these are. So, without using money in your bank account, without you having to do anything, you have gained, if you're going to sell, money. You're not going to lose anything. So if spot price drops down, you're not going to lose anything unless you sell. Now, here's a really good tip for anyone who's really starting off. And I'm pointing this out to you guys, especially people who can't or struggle to handle the extra bit of money. Buy an ounce a week, a month, whatever you could afford to do, okay? And this is why I think silver in a long way is better than gold. And there's going to be a lot of people here that will be seasoned and will be replying to this and saying, no, no, no. But I've given this a lot of thought. A lot of people are struggling at the moment and they cannot find the money for just the basics kind of thing. So to buy, a tenth of an ounce, which is the lowest I would ever recommend anybody buying of gold, okay? It's going to be hard work. I mean, at the moment, heck, an ounce, a gram of gold is, stupidly priced. But if you buy silver, these mount up rather quickly, okay? And maybe, hey, you have an extra amount and you could buy 2 that month, okay? Don't push yourself, when you're buying. Give yourself breathing space. Don't go out necessarily for that Chinese takeaway, or in America, hey, the big family meal of let's go to Wendy's or Red Lobster or wherever it may be, okay? And I know people that just go out all the time. A lot of my friends in America do that, and it's interesting, the cultural difference. And I've been over here in the UK now for well over 25 years. But the amount that you save is incredible. It really does kind of blow your mind. So by investing into kind of name brand or, little government backed, I guess, bullion like this, one is usually capital gains tax free. So should you die or whatever, no one's gonna, inherit anything. But 2, it also gives you that opportunity to, sell it without worrying, if you make money. So if you buy 100 of these or whatever, then when it comes time to selling, you're fine. Capital gains tax, all of that. America, I know there's different rules about how much you can sell and buy, as well as different parts of the world. So look up your local laws. But again, to all newbies, and I'm just going to use that term, don't look at what others have, in their stocks. I was going to actually put out a plethora of, gold, silver, platinum, all that kind of stuff, copper, and it actually made me think, and I was like, no. I mean, I've done that multiple times. You guys can see that in my videos. This really is about taking small steps. Don't lose your stack over something, that may be trivial or whatever. You should always have kind of a backup plan. I'm not trying to give you financial advice, but I'm telling you guys the stuff that I've learned along the way by watching others fail, and also by my own failed mistakes to some degree as well. By buying reputable and stuff like that. Create what we call a base stack. These American Silver Eagles, Krugerrands, those are base stacks. I mean, there's others, okay, maples, etc. But those are base stack items. And, take on the challenge that I put. Buy an ounce, every month of silver for 1 year. Try to get to, a 1 tube, which is 20 ounces in a year. And, when I come around in January 2026, if I make it that long, then I want to see who has been able to, fulfill a 20-ounce stack. Now, for, most seasoned stackers, guys, we know we're going to hit that rather easy, because the biggest thing is, and I know if I'm kind of going on a little bit here, but the biggest thing is that once you start accumulating these good habits of, buying just an ounce, it suddenly becomes 2 ounces. It suddenly then becomes, oh, I'll buy a 5 ounce, I'll buy 100 gram, I'll buy, 250 gram bars. Look, I'm going to treat myself to buying a couple Disney coins or, Zaizin, from South Korea. And you know what? Treating yourself along the way is a really good thing, but still stick to kind of the basics. A lot of people don't do this, and that's fine. Some who are better off than others only buy collectibles, and that's absolutely fine. You're not my target audience for this conversation. This is more for those who are brand new and, well, who, if this was water, would have just puddled out onto my table. So I wish you guys the best. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. And yeah, there we go. I'm not going to even put any intros in. I'm just going to leave it like this because I can go on for hours. Perhaps I'll actually do a live stream at some point and we could talk about this. Let me know if that's something that you guys want to do. I'm more than happy to do it. And at that point, I'll probably bring out a lot of silver and gold and platinum. So yeah, leave your comments down below and thank you, every single one of you. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye for now and Happy New Year again, everyone. Happy Lunar New Year.